So Sam, it's probably a good thing to say, I don't know where to start. You've got so much going on at the moment. We'll probably go with, obviously the debut album's been announced for later this year. Just how exciting is that?
Yeah, mega exciting. It's been a pretty long journey up to here already, and it's been so enjoyable up to now. But I think kind of for a band, you get to that point where you think like, now's the time. You're always waiting, thinking, is it the right time to drop a debut album? And I think now we kind of feel like we've picked up a bit of pace the last few years and grown our audience, played some great venues, and feels like the right time to do it. So,
what can we expect from Keeping Up with the Joneses? Is it just everything we've come to expect from the Lilacs and more?
Yeah, I think it's. I think I was chatting to Ollie recently in an interview, and we said like, you know, every kind of artist, you know, musician, painter, whatever it is, will always say that the last work is the best work. But I think this really is. I think it's got some of that classic Lilacs, youthful energy and influence and kind of girl meets boy type stuff, and then it's got a real kind of level of maturity as well. I think when we come to write it, we really thought about the lyrics more and the musicality, and kind of introduced some different little bits, and it seems like classic Lilacs with that little bit of growth and that bit of development, so we're really proud of it, to be fair.
How does it sound, obviously hearing your band name and debut album in the same sentence?
Yeah, no, it's mega. I think, as I say, it's been pretty well anticipated. I think when we put it out, the fans were, they were like, we said like, oh, there's an announcement coming, and everyone was like, oh, I hope it's an album. So we knew people wanted to hear it, and yeah, it's another big step for us. There's been a lot of steps where, you know, we stepped up in venue size, or we got signed to a label, and this feels like the next big step for us with the debut album.
And obviously with the album comes a tour, so how much you're looking forward to that? Obviously you're doing so many different places, both home and away in Europe, and finishing off at the Victoria Warehouse, so huge venue to finish off at.
Yeah, the tour's amazing. Like I say, we've always seemed to step up each time, and we knew this next one was going to be big. It's hard to kind of say what level of venues you get to before you think, wow, this is, you know, pretty decent tour, but this one really feels like there's some proper big venues on it. Obviously Vicky Warehouse, but I think we've always been one of them bands where we've kind of seemed to develop a decent audience everywhere as well, and like, you know, there's a lot of bands out there that potentially not in a negative way, but are quite big in their own area, and they do massive shows in their own little home kind of towns and cities, but I think for us we've kind of really tried to push everywhere, played gigs as much as we can in loads of different places, and it shows on the tour. You know, you look at like Sheffield Octagon's a great venue over in Yorkshire there, and the SWG3 up in Scotland, for example, you know, I think it's Islington Assembly Hall or whatever down in London, and the caps of some of them are like 1,000 plus, and you just see like a kind of Lilacs contingency absolutely everywhere. It's amazing to see.
Have you sort of felt it building over the last few years, or does it feel a shock when you turn up at these venues to see these venue size? Does it feel like, obviously like yesterday you was just releasing the first EP and all that?
Yeah, it does. I think we've always kind of been the same four mates that have started this band from a bedroom and done the castle to 50 people and all of that, and we never kind of took it for granted. And we always put gigs on sale and think, people are actually going to rock up to this, people are going to want to buy a ticket, and it always just has. We've always surprised ourselves, we've always sold out the next one, and we can definitely see it growing, to be honest. I think, you know, as we put these next big venues on now, you still get that same feeling of like, you know, is it gonna grow again, and are people going to turn out? But every time we walk out on stage, it seems to be, you know, sold out show, and people are singing the songs back and wearing the merch, and it really does seem like one big Lilacs community that's constantly growing all the time. Yeah.
And I suppose a good way to grow a fan base further is to play festivals and meet new crowds. And this weekend, obviously, Sound City, so I'm much looking forward to that in the Arts Club.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, I think Sound City is one that we've had on our radar for quite some time, actually, and never kind of got a chance to play it. And I think Liverpool, just in general, obviously we're quite local from Wigan to Manchester, Liverpool, and loads of surrounding decent cities, but Liverpool has an amazing music scene, and the Sound City Festival itself. I mean, you look at some of the historical lineups. There's been some great bands that have been and played it. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. We did the Academy 1 recently in Liverpool, and it was such a great night. We're always well received there, so I'm looking forward to it. And the Arts Club, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? We were saying just before off camera there that it's such a niche little unique venue, and we did play it on one of the previous tours a while back, and I quite enjoyed playing that one, so I'm looking forward to playing it again.
And just finally, I want to ask about yourself. Obviously, you're back touring now, back up and running, but yeah, how are you obviously after your battle with cancer?
Yeah, much better, I think, health-wise and mentally wise to get back up on the stage. I think that was always the goal throughout. You know, it was such a bad situation that got thrown on me, but I was always pretty positive and took a little step back that I needed to at the time, away from the band, and focus on my health. And the guys at Christie's and everywhere else did an absolutely amazing job and managed to get me all cleared up. But I think that was always the end goal for me, was once this is all done and once I get well, then I can get back playing with the band. And I think I said this recently actually, but not just the live shows, but actually the album, the timing of the album's been perfect for me, because I think when you go through something like that for that length of time, it was over a year really by the time that I kind of got through everything, and I think people can feel a little bit lost sometimes and not quite sure what the next thing is. And for us, it was a great time to go, right, we're back on it, and we're going to write a load of tunes, we're going to record an album, we're going to really kind of set our mind to something. And it gave me something really great to focus on. We're really proud of it, as I say, and it's a real goal, real next step for me really, that I can kind of look back and think, well, what a year last year was. It wasn't the best, but actually now kick back with something positive, see where the album goes, and yeah, get to playing some festivals in the summer, mate. Can't wait for it.
How much does the band sort of help you? Obviously having, obviously your bandmates and having that distraction, but also the fact that, you've got all these fans as well who are always checking in with you, and yeah, you can see them supporting you along the way.
Yeah, definitely. I think the couple of gigs that I did get to play, I think I played a couple over the summertime when I was kind of mid-treatment, and just seeing the fans, they had get like the kids with the signs and stuff saying "Go Sam," and the amount of comments on social media, people just reaching out to me saying, well, I don't actually know you, but your story's pretty amazing and it's kind of helped so many other people. It didn't go unnoticed. I actually found myself some nights just kind of scrolling through and using them comments from the fans as a bit of support to show that you're not alone in that. And I think that was a nice thing for the fans to almost kind of give their own little bit of support back and show that it's not just a band and fans, it's actually just one big community of people. And I think we all came together on that one.